Yo, you're listening to Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, nonverbal communication, human dynamics, game, full stop, okay? Two links down in the description of this video. One of it will take you to the Dictionary of Body Language. It's a playlist of videos I have compiled of my own material, which will teach you how to read a person through their subconscious behaviors. You will learn how to read mine. Second to that is the Patreon. It'll take you through to my Patreon, as to where you will be able to watch real life dates in real time with me. I'll show you attraction and repulsion cues as they happen. You won't get that game anywhere else. You'll internalize it. You'll become Casanova. Trust me. Now, let's talk. Everything compounds when you are consistent. What does that mean, right? Every skill, every facet of knowledge, every pocket of understanding, all of the momentum, you need to establish greatness in whatever you want to be great about, whether it is attracting women, whether it is being a basketball player, a football player, an athlete, whether it is being intellectually superior within a particular space, mathematics, academics, niche pockets of esoteric knowledge as to where you can levitate and you can fire fireballs out of your hand. It all compounds over time, amassing incredible momentum given that you stick with it. And each and every day, each and every minute, each and every hour you take out of your life to concentrate upon educating yourself, whether it be mentally, physically, practicing, you create investment. Now, there's nothing clearer to this than investing within an index fund, let's say. Now, most people won't understand that, but we're speaking stocks and shares, yeah? So let's say I've got one stock and I buy one stock. Let's say it costs £10 to buy one stock, and I buy one stock in Apple, all right? I buy one Apple stock, yeah? Apple is in the, the technology company, Apple. I buy one Apple stock for £10, yeah? And that goes up 10%, okay? I've now got £11, right? I spent £10, and now I can take out £11 if I wanted to, right? Now let's say I bought two stocks of Apple, okay, at £10. Now when that goes up £1, I've got two particular areas of expertise within Apple. I've got that two stock, and they both correlate with each other. They both exist within the same space. They both go up £1 each. I've now made £2 because I've invested more within that stock. So let's say you invest within the stock of playing guitar, okay? When your skills go up, it's not necessarily going to be a great increase at the time. Although you will be going from 0 to 100, which realistically speaking is the boldest and biggest and infinite improvement one can make, because from there it's just percentage of that. But as you continue to practice, your forte of understanding and perspective and approach starts to create this momentum, this flow. And in your world, because you've gone from 0 to 100, and from there you've learned how to do another thing which is taking a little more time, and as you start to spend more and more time to learn these harder and harder techniques, and to you it seems like you're improving at a lesser rate, such as those who go to the gym and essentially build a great physique in a matter of years because their body has not been accustomed. From there, the detailing and the improvement is minute, right? But each minute separates you from people within the same field and people who aren't even involved in that field. So what might seem like a minor difference, let's say a bodybuilder has 20-inch arms. That bodybuilder puts on half an inch on their arms, right? To that bodybuilder, that's just a splash in the ocean. But in reality, to your average person, to 99% of people out there, not only were you huge initially, but you're only further pushing that bracket away from them and creating this most insane awe-striking physique. Implement this into your understanding. You might think I know everything there is to know about women. No, not when you pick up another book. It creates momentum. It compounds. Each and every book you read adds on to all of the information that you already have existing within your mind pre-existing. So let's say you know 20 things about women, 20 different perspectives on a woman's psyche and the evolutionary hardwiring of a woman, right? You might read one book and you might think, well, I've already read 20 different books. What's one book going to do now? But that one book is going to have an add-on effect to that 20 stock that already existed. So as you continue to educate yourself, the value of all of the information you have already compiled within your mind starts to create more and more connections, and we build this roadmap within our heads that we can access any little village and town which is appropriate to the current situation as to which we perceive before us. We can jump from one bit of information to the other, and as we are going through the process, it seems like such a non-worthwhile investment. But a year down the line, 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, when you have internalized this and you continue to do so, and you have amassed this groundbreaking lead before and ahead of all others within your field and what you may deem in your competitive space, it will all make sense. To you, you know your worth, and so you know how minimal the addition of an extra bit of information or an extra inch on the arms might be, but in the grand scheme of things, in comparison, in the competitive value relative to all others in your space, that minute change only pushes you 100 miles away from where they're at. You know? When the bodybuilder puts half an inch onto their 20-inch arms, that amplifies their other muscle groups. Exercises that utilize the bicep or the tricep or whatever has been grown. It's going to help the chest, it's going to help the back, it's going to help the shoulders. Due to its knock-on effect, its compounding effect, they call them compound lifts. Lifts that utilize multiple muscle groups. So as you strengthen one, you strengthen the entirety of the rest. When you consider a basketball player, I don't know how high a basketball player can jump. Let's say a basketball player can jump, 4 foot high in the air, right? You tell me if that's like extreme in one way or another. I don't even know. Basketball player can jump 4 foot in the air, right? That basketball player can now jump 4.1 feet in the air after years of hard work, and you think, I've worked all of these years just to add an extra 1 inch. Man, my progress has slowed down so much. But how does that 0.1 amplify the advantage and the benefit you have within that game? That 0.1 could amount to 100,000 points of return as far as how it benefits you. So as you create larger numerics, what was once a large numeric in addition might be deemed as lesser now, but it's a matter of perspective, okay? So a multi-millionaire, let's say someone's got £50 million, right? What's £200,000 to that millionaire? It's a matter of perspective, because to somebody who's got £10,000 in their bank account, 200,000 is absolutely life-shattering as far as the benefit that could provoke within that person's life. But to the £50 million man, it just doesn't seem like much at all, right? But they accumulate that 200,000, and where can they utilize that 200,000 to work for them, to compound for them, to amplify that 50 million? And then can they utilize the making, let's say they invest that through one way or another and they create 210,000. Now you've got 210,000 to play with. You put that elsewhere and that garners more momentum, creates more money because it holds more mass. And you see we go onwards and upwards. Onwards and upwards and upwards. If I gain 1 subscriber on this channel, they could watch 5 videos, they could watch 10, they could watch 15. That has a knock-on effect because now my video has more views across the board that can influence other subscribers or potential subscribers who, through their perception, deem me as more valuable purely as more people are giving me attention. So then I get 2 subscribers. Now them 2 subscribers are watching my videos as I put them out. And so on and so forth. Have you seen how you start to roll the snowball down the hill over time? And it continues to pick up the snow and create this rolling great momentum into the future. This is why you should not give up if you don't see any return in what you're doing right now. Because if you believe that is your passion and that is what you need to pursue, if you continue putting in more work than the others, you will grow and amount to more than the others who aren't working as hard as you, who will stop working in due time, and who don't have the long distance sight of what lays before them ahead. On that note, I'm signing out. Peace. Click like and subscribe. Come on.